Righto, so today I'm at Awaba and I'm going to be doing a timed run on the full cross-country enduro loop. Here we are, trailhead it's called, so off we go. Water. Bike's feeling good today. Once again, we're on the Merida E160. That's a nice corner. Full speed through here. Little drop off. Should have hit that bridge, but whatever. Full speed again. There's firm. Full speed through here. Get the gears right. So I have been playing around with the suspension. The boys were saying they thought the front was too firm and it was promoting it washing out a bit. But down a gear, down another gear. I think this trail, I've ridden this here once before, it's about a 40-minute loop. Quite a good one, actually. It is fairly kind of basic terrain, I guess, like enduro, cross-country style stuff. There is a pretty extreme, the right way. There's an extreme competition style downhill run here, but the boys didn't take us on it last time, so I don't really know how to find it. But we'll do that next time. Ooh. Put the seat down a little bit, that's better. Back on the pedals. Ooh. A little bit slippery there. Keep on the power. Ooh. This way. Oh man, this is great. Ooh. Oh, almost washed it. Quicker bit through here, it's pretty straight. Little jump, whee. A little jump. It is quite fun, this trail, I'll be honest. It flows quite well. Little mousey, you guys see that? I legit don't know what that was. Anyone see that shit? Like a fucking fox. Down a couple of gears, back up a hill. And trying to get in that attack position, get the weight over the front wheel as much as possible. That's a good bit. Little slide there, nice. Under the brakes a tiny bit for that corner. Couple of gears. Oh, that's tight. Quick head check, no one coming, all good. Little jump here, little whipski. Watch out for these dry leaves, they can be a bit slippery. Little jump ski. Down a couple. Again, it's very dry, so corner speed on the hairpins. You get the weight right over the front. Oh. A little double there, but right through a corner. I don't know if that's intentional. Oh, little slide, hairpin. Lost a couple of seconds there for sure. Want to get that weight over the front. Little puddle. Oh man, these corners are tight. Little jump ski. Over the bridge. Yep. Trying to keep it smooth and consistent. Oh. Little pedal scrape there. Over a loop. I think I'm going the right way. I don't know. Only been here once before, so ooh. Oosh. Little slide there on the tree root, and into another hairpin. Ooh. So this bike runs a pretty interesting setup. It is a mullet setup, so it's got a 29er on the front and a 27 on the rear. And then even more interesting than that is probably that it runs a 26 width downhill rear tyre and a 2.5 on the front. So the front's actually skinnier. So I had a look on the website and it's saying that it's not for everyone, but it makes the bike a little bit more playful. Which I assume means the less grip on the front with a skinnier wheel. So it sort of plays around a bit more. I don't know, I'm just guessing, guys, in the comments if you want to explain the theory in greater detail. But yeah, this is a great bike, honestly. Really happy with this bike. I got it from Cheeky Bikes at Lambton. What have I done to it? I've done it's got a gold cap on the right fork staunchion, so I went with that gold theme and put jet black gold anodized pedals. What else? I got a bling kit in gold as well from Wolf Tooth. I also got the Wolf Tooth gold dropper post seat clamp. It looks pretty good, I reckon. Just to set it apart, because it's a fairly black and grey kind of bike, which is good. I mean, I like that colour scheme, but yeah, black and gold kind of just gives it a little bit more contrast and makes the black pop a little more. The black makes the gold pop as well. It's pretty cool. Nice little berm here. Oops. Little jump skis. Oh, they're just little fellas. Oh. Jump here where we rip it. Oh, So I actually hired this bike before I bought it. I hired it twice. Cheeky does a good deal. $100. You can have it all day, return it the next day. So yeah, I hired it twice before I bought it. And yeah, the first ride I was pretty impressed. Obviously after the second ride, that was enough for me to make a purchase. And the guys at Cheeky are really good. They gave me the 2 hires off the price. Gave me a bit of a discount, which was nice. Bloody COVID prices of everything seem to have gone up, so yeah, it's nice to get a couple $100 off. I was considering, as soon as I bought this bike, I went in like a week later back into Cheeky Bikes and I saw the model up, and it's got a few upgraded bits. It's only an extra $1,000. Comes with Kashima coat Fox front and rear shocks, which is something I was considered doing anyway. And what else? It's got DT Swiss rims, I think. Maybe slightly better running gear. I think it's the same motor. Yeah, so speaking of motors, I'm going to crank this thing this week. So it's currently, it's currently limited to about top speed of 26, and then the engine will cut out. So I was riding yesterday, if you've seen my video from yesterday, riding at Glenrock, and there was a couple of guys on e-bikes. One guy was riding pretty much the same bike as this, same model but just different colour. And I personally wasn't that interested in cranking this bike, just because I was told it, you know, it's really hard on the battery life to jump. But yeah, after meeting the boys yesterday at Glenrock and having a chat about it, it sounds like it's a good thing, you know, that extra, you know, it doubles its speed basically. And I thought, oh, you know, you're not gonna want to run in boost the whole time. You probably don't have to when you're unleashing that much power. Probably run in trail a lot more. I mean, I never really run in trail. I'm always in boost, but yeah, you probably don't want that much kick I don't know, maybe you do, but we'll see. So that's going to happen this week, I hope. Look out for that. So I probably won't, ooh, that hurt. I probably won't get to make a video this weekend on the e-bike because I have booked a video with a motocross rider at the island at Narang, for Saturday. So yeah, I'll probably be making motocross videos this weekend, but it should be a good one. The possibility, I've been talking to Craig Anderson as well. That was plebby. Talking to Craig Anderson, the motocrosser, not the surfer. He's from Curry. He's retired, I think he retired in 2010, but yeah, one of Australia's best motocrossers of all time, you know, at that Chad Reed kind of level. So I've been talking to him on Instagram. He's keen to make some videos. What I was thinking was this video on Saturday is going to it's featuring a local Hunter Valley rider who's ranked pretty highly, I think. So probably film him riding the senior track at the island, and film him at the island, and then do an interview hopefully with Craig on the microphone. So look out for that one. That'll be a good one. Got new cameras arriving this week. Panasonic. I wasn't sure if they were going to get behind me because I think I've had about 5 years off pro video photo work. I'm just getting back into it now, and yeah, I wasn't sure if Panasonic would get behind me again. They previously, not quite an ambassador deal, but the step below, like a business associate deal. So yeah, that's taken a month or two. They have gotten back to me, and I have placed an order yesterday. So that'll be a new camera, 2 new lenses. So GH5 body, 100 to 400 Leica lens. Apparently it's really good. Oh, this is quite a climb here. And I also got the I got the body in the kit with the Leica. Oh man, this is a crazy hill climb. So I got the Leica 12 to 60. So I think that's 24 to 120. And then the 100 to 400 is essentially 200 to 800. So little gap in the middle there of about 80 mils, but it should be enough to get me going. And you know, with my Mavic 2 Pro drone, and I got a couple of GoPros as well. I just ordered I just ordered one of those new DJI Osmos. The new one looks sick. It does. I probably should have gone up there, but I think I have to get off the bike to go up there, so I'm not going to do that. I just want to keep riding. A little stick stuck in the spikes. Shibarut. Yeah, so I did buy the Osmo 3, I think it is. It supports, it cradles your phone, and you can get nice handheld stabilized shots with it. But yeah, because I run a big phone, I run the Samsung Note 10 Plus, which is, I think it's one of the biggest screens. It's quite big and heavy. It just wasn't very well suited to that Osmo 3 setup. It's kind of, oof, that was cool. just wouldn't turn very well and wouldn't balance very well. And then I think because it's so heavy and big, it, you know, just worked the motors a lot harder and flattened the battery. I mean, I didn't really get to a point with it where I was kind of flattening the battery. I only used it a couple of times and it just, I don't know, I just kept missing the shot. So yeah, so I'll pick up this new one this afternoon. I actually got it click and collect at Officeworks. I think it's about a 600 from JB Hi-Fi. It's about a $5.99 or something like that, which is kind of, you know, that's not a small purchase for a kind of support camera, considering the Osmo phone style cradle was under 200 bucks. It's a kind of a big step up. I was hoping to just take the old one back and swap it for the new one, but yeah, it was looking like I'd have to pay an extra $4.30 to do that. So I was like, oh well, you know, I'll try and shop around and see if someone's got it for a better price, because it is kind of an older product now. I think it came out in 2018. So yeah, I was just sort of cruising around yesterday and thought, oh, I'll try Big W, I'll try Officeworks. And yeah, I went into Officeworks and it was advertised on the shelf at $3.99. And I thought, well, let's do that. That's a good little saving there. And I actually think they might have accidentally priced it at that price, but I had a chat to the manager and he said, yeah, no worries. So I did a click and collect order, and I got an email saying it's ready to go today, so I'll pick it up this afternoon. Looking forward to seeing what it's like. I mean, I know the GoPro I'm shooting right now it's only a sort of cheaper one. It's a Hero 7 Silver. And I wanted to get two, so I could have one on the front and the back of bikes when I film. On a budget, but yeah, I kind of regret getting a 7 Silver. It's got a pretty slow bit rate. I think it's only 60. You know, we're in an age now where, you know, action cameras seem to have 100, which makes a massive difference. You just get so much more detail, so much more information. But yeah, I think the GH5 does in camera 200 negative. Oof. Oh, that's a sick bit. Little endo through there, that was fun. Yeah, really keen to see what this little Osmo can do. I know it shoots 4K at 60 frames a second, which is kind of the start of slow-mo, but I mean, when I was starting out in surfing 10 years ago, I was shooting what, Canon 5D Mark II, and the best that would do would be 720 at 60. Correct me if I'm wrong there, was it 1080 at 60? So I mean, I did some pretty amazing stuff with just that basic 60 frames a second, or 50 frames a second if you're shooting PAL settings. So yeah, anyway, that's probably enough about cameras. Yeah, so back to the bike. Whoa. I probably got a bloody 10 ticks on me after hitting that little bush. Whatever. No complaints. Only good vibes there. Yeah, so I just can't think of the name of the motocross rider I'm filming this weekend. His last name's Wood. I can't think of his... Jacob Wood, maybe? Jake? Yeah, so that should be a good video, I reckon. Shooting GH5, 4K 60. I think it now does at least 120 frames a second at 1080. But maybe it's 240 at 720. Watching a nice YouTube clip of it. They're just shooting some ducks on a pond, and I think it was 240 frames a second. It looked really clean. Quite often the 720 can look a little brittle. It's kind of hard to edit it and grade it. So yeah, I think we're about halfway through this loop. It's a fairly dry track out here. I'm running 12 PS, I think. 12 PS, 13 PSI. No, 20. 12 on the KDM and 20 on the pushies. Is that all right? About 25 hours on this bike now. Oh, that was close. Yeah, so I like to look after my bikes. So this bike gets a clean pretty much every time I ride it, regardless of how wet it is, how much mud it gets on it. And yeah, it's pretty much just the most important thing, I guess, is just your chain, really. Like, clean that chain with a rag with WD and then lube it up for the next ride. Oh, good. Oh, that was a crazy rock. I don't remember those rocks last time. Nice bit of speed through here. Felt good. Yeah, this bike, once it's got the upgrade to 50 k's an hour, it's going to be an absolute animal. I mean, 26, it's crazy. 50 through here, man, far out. Almost dangerous. I think it's probably, I've probably got enough hours up on this to pretty much used to. Ooh, man. Used to how it rides now. Ready to give it a go. Juice it up. If it's no good, I'll take it. I'll return it back to stock. But yeah, as I said, the boys yesterday were saying it's really quite good. It's a must do. So, little jump ski. So it has rained a bit here this week. Some of the parts of this trail are in that sort of not quite bone dry texture, which is good. A little bit more grip. Can get a little bit skatey when it gets dry. Mach 10 through here, it's pretty boring really, this section. A couple of gears down. Mach 10 through here, it's a pretty fast bit, little jump ski hill. That was a pretty big puddle. Should have bunny hopped it. Oh, almost missed it. Here we go. So 3 k's to go. See if we can get that done fairly quick. Some timing is today, but it'd be nice to get the community like other guys on e-bikes. Get this little GoPro setup, similar chesty setup, and do the same thing and have little internet battles on YouTube. Who can do the fastest loop? Sure, it won't be me. But yeah, it'd be good to get something like that going, a bit of community, a little bit of friendly competition, always good. Get the heart racing. Oh, that was a good corner. Nice little slide there. A wooden feature. So yeah, actually it's quite nice out here today. Like, it's a hot day. It's got to be 20 to 30 degrees, somewhere in that range. And man, in this bit here, like, this is like deep, dense rainforest canopy, and you can feel the temperature drop at least a few degrees. Feels really good. Oh, a bit of a climb here. Oh, we're in the wrong gear. That snapped pretty hard. Don't like that. Where are we going? Auto alley. Auto. What are you thinking there? Here we go. Fucking bug in the ear. That's just what you want. Ooh. Let me get more over the front wheel at attack position. Front wheel skating a little. Ooh. Misjudged that one a little bit, but that's okay. Still on the pedals. Conrod straight. Another rider, we'll see if we can. Mach 10 through here. Catch him. Cheers, mate. Wayne's World. Oh, he's lost the front. Front wheel's just left the trail there and went to wash. Dead set Marquez'd it. Maybe not quite. But yeah, it didn't go down. We got a faster bit here. Oh, a little stick. Burn, a bit of brakes. Oh, down a few gears. Just sticks across the trail. I suppose it is a Tuesday. Anyway, fitness is definitely getting better. Trying to get exercise every day unless I'm feeling really fatigued. I don't know, riding a dirt bike and really, you know, trying to improve on it, and you got to push it a bit. And yeah, when you're not moto fit, you're just wrestling it the whole time. It's like wrestling a fucking, it's like wrestling an alligator. Hey bud, how you going? Hey bro. Yeah, so sometimes after a big day on the moto, what am I up to now? So anyone that's been to the island knows there's a development section there which has got 6 by 10 metre tabletops in a row, then 8 by 10, and then I think the biggest ones are 12 metres by, I think there's 10 of them in a row. So I had a really good ride on Saturday. I really should have had a camera with me. I will be filming all my moto rides from this point on. But yeah, it was riding with a father and son from Sydney. Really nice guys. They'll help me out with my tyre pressure. He thought, oh, it's skating around, you know, probably go down a couple of PSI in the front, get a little bit more grip. So he made those adjustments, and yeah, so his son's probably, I think he said he was 13, quite talented for his age. But yeah, sort of at that advanced beginner stage, I guess you'd call it. I don't want to offend him. advanced beginner. Yeah, he wasn't, you know, he was ripping the 12 meter jumps with really good style, really smooth. But yeah, I got the feeling he wasn't. Did I just go the wrong way? I think I did. So yeah, getting some really good tips from him, you know, about gearing. You know, what I just had a ride at MX Dome the week before on the 250, and had gone from hitting everything in third gear to, you know, they made the track a little bit tighter, so the boys were saying everything is second gear if you really want to have a crack at their bigger jumps. So yeah, was trying to ride the island on the weekend, it's mostly in second gear, and yeah, it just wasn't smooth at all. So yeah, was advised to start riding in third, and you know, was pretty much just practicing hitting a jump under power. What I'd been doing for the first 5 rides was backing off as I was going up the jump up ramp, and yeah, it's a bit of a beginner thing. It's not pretty what happens. You decel, you get pretty hard engine braking on the 4-stroke, and you know, you lose a lot of speed coming up that ramp if you're backing off, and you know, it just looks awkward. You just do a weird little air where the front wheel stays down and the back wheel comes up, and you know, then you're pretty much just fighting. Oh, there's a little jump here, little whip. Wow. This just goes and goes. What was I saying? Yeah, so started hitting him in third on power on the up ramp, and trying to land on power as well. You know, like you really want to stabilize the bike by getting back on the power as you're landing. And you know, as a beginner, it's not easy to do. You know, when the bike does make power, it definitely goes. You know, it's a race bike, so we are. Yeah, so I had a much better ride of it at the island. Was absolutely having a crack in my last session, hitting these 12 meter jumps in third gear flat out, and actually called it quits. Hit one of these 12 meter tabletops, and yeah, landed flats. Probably landed a couple of meters past the down ramp. Yeah, and landed hard in the flats. You know, as I was coming down, you know, from the peak of this air, because you know, you're starting to feel it a little bit when you're hitting them a bit harder, and yeah, man, it was terrifying. You know, like you're at that peak of that jump, and you know you're just gone way too fast, and you know, suddenly you're heading for the flats, and yeah, I don't know, I just bloody hang on and see what happens. There's no bailing. Never ever bail unless, you know, you absolutely have to. I don't know if you know, you're gonna run into someone or something, maybe it's a good idea to bail, but I mean, I try to never bail. Big fan of Marc Marquez, the way he saves MotoGP crashes, you know, always inspires me to hang on. We'll jump there. Oh, I'm off the track. Yeah, so little double. Oh, another one. Jeez, you'd have to be going quick to hit that. Yeah, so that's the trail. So I'll edit this and put a clock on it, and yeah, let's see your best times. Don't forget to like and subscribe as well. I think I've got to get 1,000 subscribers to get a YouTube partnership. I had a YouTube partnership previously, but I think I've changed some of the rules and whatnot. So yeah, Definitely like, subscribe, throw a comment on. Yeah, I'll see you on the next one.